RBI ball. And for the final two words of our pregame ceremony presented by Webster Pub, welcome youngsters from the Oxford Lassie League. Let's hear it, kids!
Well, Max Scherzer's return was a successful one for the Rangers. Sonny Gray dealt for the Cards. Pedro Lopez dazzled for the Twins. Max Fried, Jared Kelenic helping the Braves to win in the Bronx against the Yankees. Steve Lennox, Lennox on Baseball live stream podcast. We are recapping day number 88 of the Major League Baseball regular season, just a few weeks before the All-Star break. We do open with That's Baseball. Wrigley Field this weekend celebrating Hall of Famer, legend, Ryne Sandberg. The Cubs pregame ceremony honoring the Hall of Famer Sunday. Club unveiling a statue for Sandberg that is located now right outside the ballpark. I've never been to Chicago. It's on the bucket list. Wrigley Field, Wrigleyville, all of it is on the bucket list, to-do list. Hopefully in the next couple of years. The first time my wife and I ever actually planned a trip for Chicago, we found out we were pregnant. She was pregnant with our first child. So we're going back years now. So a couple of times I've had opportunities to go to Chicago, canceled every single time. But the Cubs recognizing the Hall of Famer, the legend Ryne Sandberg, over the weekend, unveiling the statue for Sandberg right outside the ballpark, as I mentioned. And the statue was of Ryne Sandberg in his fielding position at second base. And at first I thought, why'd they do that? If you think about Ryne Sandberg at the plate, his stance stood out. And his stance stayed the same pretty much throughout his career. But as I really got a good look at the statue, I'm like, you know what? Forget that thinking. That statue for Ryne Sandberg outside of Wrigley Field in Chicago now, perfect. Job well done. Tip of the cap to everyone that was involved in that statue. It's perfect for Ryne Sandberg. It really was. And at first I didn't think that. Took that thought away almost immediately. Can't wait to see that statue one day. I love taking pictures of statues, baseball statues outside of ballparks. I've done that over the years. The game, remembering, honoring its greats. That's baseball. We get into it. Recapping day number 88 of the Major League Baseball regular season. Jared Kelenic, home run, third inning, picked up his second RBI of the day with a sac fly in the fifth inning. Braves eventually beat the Yankees 3-1 in the Bronx, and with that, they take 2 of 3 in the series. Max Fried, solid, seventh, picked up his 7th win on the season to go with 3 losses. Fried, 6 innings, 1 run, earned run, 6 hits allowed, did not allow a walk, struck out 4, 3 relievers for Atlanta, each working a scoreless inning. Raciel Iglesias struck out 2 and working a perfect 1-2-3 ninth inning. Iglesias now has 20 saves on the season. Looked it up on Baseball Reference. 6 times in his career, he's had 20 or more saves in a single season. The Braves feasting on AL opponents so far this year. Outstanding 22-11 record in interleague play. Now the Yankees on the other side. Stanton going on the injured list, 3-7 over their last 10. They've lost their 3 straight series. Do you want to push the panic button? You don't have to. We're going to get to the Orioles in just a moment. Both teams sort of sliding, at least the Orioles over the weekend. But the Yankees slide, just 3 wins now in their last 10 games. In Pittsburgh, PNC Park, on Sunday, Paul Skeens Day. Skeens, no decision, pitched well. His numbers in a moment. Rays 2 runs in the 8th inning after Skeens had exited the game. And the Rays pull off the series win, winning 2-1. Took the finale at PNC Park in Pittsburgh 3-1 on Sunday. The rookie impressed. Skeens went 7. Longest outing since coming up from the minors. So his longest outing in the majors. Gave up just 1 run on 6 hits. He walked 1, struck out 8. Skeens and the Pirates led 1-0 until the top of the 6th inning. Yandy Diaz tied the game up with a home run, his 6th on the year. Skeens again left after 7. Game tied 1-1, no decision. And again, his longest outing in the majors this season. And he finished off by retiring the final 11 hitters that he faced. Now, the Rays got the 2 runs in the 8th inning to break the 1-1 tie. Brian Reynolds did have a solo home run in the 4th inning to account for the Pirates' only run of the game. Reynolds' 2-hit day. He's now hit safely in 20 straight games. That's a nice hit streak. Volpe and Ketel Marte. Anthony Volpe, Ketel Marte, the longest hit streaks in baseball this season at 21 in a row. But I feel like the hit streak is back, and I'll celebrate that. 3 guys now with hit streaks of over 20 or more games. Diaz, 2 hits, 2 of his 3 hits against Paul Skeens on Sunday, and he's now hit safely in 16 in a row. How about in Oakland Sunday? Twins Pablo Lopez, outstanding performance in Oakland against the A's. Twins win the series 2-1. Lopez, Griffin, Jacks combining on a 3-0 win. Lopez perfect for 5 2/3 innings, retiring the first 17 that he faced. First hit, only base runner he allowed, a 2-out single from Lawrence Butler, that in the 6th inning. Lopez matched a career high, 14 Ks. He went the first 8. Jacks gave up a hit, struck out 2, and working a scoreless 9th inning. Byron Buxton, home run in the 2nd. He knocked in a run with a double as well in the 7th inning. And the Twins now 10 wins over their last 14. The Orioles, a rough weekend in Houston against the Astros. Not only did the Astros sweep the series, they did it in impressive fashion. Astros taking the finale 8-1 Sunday and are now within 2 games of 500. They have not been at 500, or they have not been above 500 at any point during the season. Astros Friday took the opener 14-11, a slugfest. They gave up just 2 runs over the next 2 games, scored 27, and taking all 3 from Baltimore. On the pitching side, Framber Valdez, 6-5 with the win on Sunday. Astros starter allowed just the 1 run on 6 hits over 7 full innings, allowed a home run to Jordan Westburg in the 6th inning. Westburg, 2 solo home runs Saturday and Sunday, accounting for the only Oriole runs in the last 2 games of the series. Jose Altuve led off the home first inning with a shot against Albert Suarez. Altuve, his 38th career home run to start a game for Houston. Suarez gave up 5 earned on 10 hits in his outing, took the loss. Alex Bregman had a day, 4 for 4, a couple of doubles, a walk on base 5 times, 2 runs scored. And Yanier Diaz and Jeremy Pena each had 3 hits and 3 RBIs apiece as well. Astros manager Joe Espada said after the win, the Astros, that's Astros baseball right there. That's what we expect from our team. Again, within 2 games of 500, they've won 5 in a row, 8 of 11, have not been at 500 or better at any point during the season. Speaking of teams above 500, the Guardians this weekend, sweeping 3 at home against the, not scuffling, we're going beyond scuffling for the Blue Jays right now. 6-5 the final as the Guardians pick up the win on Sunday. Stephen Kwan, Josh Naylor, both hitting home runs in the 4th inning to extend Cleveland's lead at that point. Emmanuel Clase gave up a hit and a walk and struck out 1 in working a scoreless 9th inning. Clase to save his 24th on the year. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. home run in the loss for Toronto. And rookie Spencer Horwitz hit a pair of solo home runs for the Blue Jays, who have now lost 6 in a row. Guardians have won 5 in a row. Season high 23 games above 500. Guardians are just rolling. And the Royals are a team right now going in the opposite direction. So Cleveland, remember when those 2 teams had almost identical win streaks and Cleveland kept winning and winning, they couldn't pick up any ground on the Royals. They've done that now. They've got some breathing room in the AL Central. Remember when the Phillies and pitcher Christopher Sanchez agreed to a contract extension earlier in the week? Well, Sunday, Sanchez, terrific outing. 7 innings, 3-hit shutout baseball. Phillies beat the Diamondbacks 4-1. Sanchez now 5-3 with the victory. Allowed 3 hits, all singles. Walked no one, struck out 4. Diamondbacks managing just 2 runs over the final 2 games of the series. Scored just their 1 run Sunday. That came in the 9th inning. RBI base hit by Ketel Marte. Nick Castellanos, RBI single in the 2nd. David Dahl knocked in 2 with a single in the 6th inning. Bryson Stott, RBI single in the 7th. And the Phillies take 2 out of 3 after dropping the opener to Arizona on Friday. Connor Wong, Rob Refsnyder in Cincinnati, both hitting 2-run home runs for the Red Sox. Red Sox, 5-1 road trip. Take all 3 from Toronto, take 2 of 3 from Cincinnati, win the finale in the Queen City on Sunday by a score of 7-4. So the Red Sox take 2 of 3. Back home now for 6 in a row. First of 3 against the struggling Toronto Blue Jays, underway on Monday. Bullpen day for the Red Sox. 8 pitchers combining to not allow a single walk in the game. Jarren Duran, 3 base hits in the win. Duran is hit safely in 13 in a row. Wong, for the 2nd time in 3 games, extending his hit streak with a home run. Like Duran, he's hit safely in 13 straight games as well. Red Sox have won 7 of 8 and 9 of 11, 6 games over 500 for the first time this season. The Mets, Grimace, Edwin Diaz, every single day it's something different for the Mets and manager Carlos Mendoza. In his rookie season as a manager of the Mets, he's showing that he can handle just about anything that is thrown his way. Sunday Night Baseball at Wrigley Field. Luis Severino gave up 3 hits, all singles, worked 6 scoreless innings, and helping the Mets to a 5-2 victory against the Cubs. Mets take 2 of 3 in the series. Severino 5-2 with the win. Another starting pitcher on Sunday who did not allow a walk in his outing. He struck out 10. Francisco Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, back-to-back home runs in the third. Mark Vientos added a solo home run in the 8th inning. 7 of the 9 hits for the Mets, extra base hits. Christopher Morel, 2-run home run for the Cubs, that in the 7th inning, his 15th on the year. Now, the latest drama with the Mets, involving their closer, Edwin Diaz. And this is something that needs to be looked at in the sense of if you're ejected as a pitcher from a game because of a sticky foreign substance on either your hand or your glove, there's no way for you to appeal. It's automatic. 10 games. And the bigger part of this that doesn't get talked about enough, I think, is the fact that Edwin Diaz cannot be replaced on the Mets active roster. He's going to miss the next 10 games. The Mets have one less arm. They don't have their closer for the next 10 games. Diaz adamant in his denial, saying, I do the same thing. What I have is what I have. What I bring to the mound is what I bring to the mound. Now they deem it's something foreign. Come on. We've got to get over this. We've got to figure this out because it's, again, another bad look for baseball. So sticky stuff for Diaz, no appeal, automatic 10-game suspension, and the Mets go from there. And the Mets are one of those teams that, trying to get to that 500 mark. Good vibes, Grimace in the clubhouse, Grimace part of the theme, whatever. Okay, Grimace, do what you got to do. But now you're without your closer for the next 10 games. And you've got one less reliever in the bullpen as well. I don't know how this was accepted by the Players Association. Major League Baseball, and I might be speaking there with not knowing. Maybe Major League Baseball is able to just put it in play without a vote, without permission, without the acceptance from the Players Union. It might be one of those things, but come on. They're determining it's something sticky. Now, some guys are out there basically with, the tool shed in the past, right? There's been spoofs on that. But come on, they've got to figure this out. There's got to be a better way. Is he guilty? He might be. But now he is guilty because he's going to miss the next 10 games. Automatic. Team, sticky stuff, you're out. Foreign substance, bye-bye. Former Met pitcher Max Scherzer made his debut, his season debut for the Rangers on Sunday. Royals are just going in the opposite direction, and it's snowballing fast. Rangers win 4-0 against the Royals on Sunday. Rangers outscoring the Royals 16-2 and taking all 3. Royals shut out Saturday, shut out again on Sunday, and swept for the first time in a series this season. So that's when you know it's sort of going in the wrong direction. Royals shut out Saturday and Sunday, swept again, as I mentioned, first time this year. Scherzer gave up just 1 hit over 5 scoreless. Season debut, he seems to be okay. He'll stretch out. He'll be going 7 before you know it. Walked no one, struck out 4. And I actually like that strikeout total. He went 5. He struck out 4. Put the ball in play. Pitch to contact, if you want to say that. Only hit he allowed, only base runner he allowed, a 1-out double to MJ Melendez, that in the 5th inning. Jose Urena went the final 4. Like Scherzer, gave up just 1 hit. And that was the first batter that he faced in the 6th inning. Urena got a strike him out, throw him out, double play in the 6th. And after he gave up a walk in the 8th inning, got an inning-ending double play as well. So the Royals, they've lost 3 in a row, 6 of 7, and just 3 wins now over their last 14 games. Brewers, 5 runs in the second, beat the Padres 6-2 in the series finale at Petco Park on Sunday. Brewers avoid the series sweep. Tobias Harris, strong outing, won his 4th straight start. Rookie hurler did the job. 5 innings, 1 run allowed. Michael King tagged with the loss for San Diego, lost snapping the Padres' 4-game win streak. Blake Perkins, 2-run single. Bryce Terang, RBI triple in the second. Again, they scored 5 runs in that 2nd inning. Mariners, Marlins wrapping up their series in Miami on Sunday. Marlins got on the board quickly. Didn't have to wait until their final at bat. 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 more in the third. Marlins beat the Mariners 6-4, take 2 of 3 in the series from the top team in the AL West. Nick Gordon came up with 2 on in the home first inning, turned a 1-0 lead into a 4-0 lead. Gordon, his 7th home run on the season. Jesus Sanchez, home run, solo shot in the third, his 7th on the year. And A.J. Puck, 2 scoreless, 2 perfect innings in relief. You want to say wins and losses don't matter for pitchers and in baseball? Well, A.J. Puck picked up his first win of the season on Sunday. His record is now 1-8. 1-8 looks a lot better than 0-8 or 0-9. Mariners have lost 4 of the first 6 games on their 9-game road trip. Nationals, Rockies, Coors Field Sunday. This was not a walk-off pitch violation. Nationals Lane Thomas tied the game at 1 RBI double in the top of the 9th inning. 2 batters later, Thomas scoring the go-ahead run and what turned out to be the winning run in an RBI base hit by Joey Meneses. Nationals come back, beat the Rockies 2-1. Kyle Finnegan gave up singles to the first 2 batters in the bottom of the 9th inning. Came back, retired the next 3 hitters, slammed the door shut on the Rockies rally. Finnegan struck out the final batter of the game to end it, Tolia, for the Rockies solo home run in the second against Jake Irvin to give the Rockies a 1-0 lead. It would stay that way all the way until the top of the 9th inning when the Nationals got their 2 runs. Irvin taken off the hook. Nationals delivering in the 9th inning. Irvin gave up just 1 run over 6, and he was sitting in the dugout then in the clubhouse looking at a loss. But just a 1 run allowed over 6 innings. Also struck out 10. Takes a no decision. Cardinals a winner Sunday. Take the series finale against the Giants. Cardinals take all 3. The first in Birmingham, Alabama. The next 2 in St. Louis from San Francisco. 5-3 win for the Cardinals on Sunday. They out-hit the Giants 11-2. Sonny Gray, outstanding. Retired the first 22 batters that he faced. Lost the perfect game and shutout bid in the 7th inning. Gave up a 2-out solo home run to Patrick Bailey. Gray then came back and struck out the next hitter to work a full 7 innings. And he basically said, that was my most impressive pitch, throwing strike 1 to the next batter after giving up the home run to lose the perfect game and shutout bids. And he struck that batter out, full 7 innings, did not allow a walk, struck out 8, 9-4 with the win. Alec Burleson had a nice weekend. And Burleson might be one of those guys who gets lost with all the talent that the Cardinals have in that lineup. Young talent too, Gorman, Wynn. Burleson's putting together some nice numbers this year. 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 7 hits, 7 RBIs in the series against the Giants. Cardinals have won 3 in a row, 5 of 7, 8 wins in their last 11, and now 2 games over 500 for the first time this season. Can the Cardinals build on that momentum? I said earlier in the season, Cardinals and Red Sox were teams that not necessarily mirrored each other, but they had a lot of similarities, including fan bases that just expect more. They expect better than 500. The Red Sox have been on a roll of late. The Cardinals have been on a roll of late. The Sox are 6 games over 500. The Cardinals now are 2 games over 500. Can they stay in that range? Can the Cardinals increase that, get to 4, 5, 6 games? Right now, you're a team that's 5 games over 500. You're in the mix. You're in the conversation. And you're probably going to play October baseball. And again, after that, all bets are off. Tigers, 5 runs in the first, added 4 more runs in the second on their way to an 11-2 victory against the White Sox on Sunday. Tigers hit 4 home runs, tallied 16 hits in the win. Colt Keith a day at the plate. 4 hits, 4 for 5, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Riley Green, a couple of hits, 3 RBIs. Reese Olson got the run support. His record now, 2-8 on the season with the victory. Olson gave up 2 earned runs over 6 1/3. Keith got the Tigers on the board first in the first inning with a 2-run home run. Green had a 3-run home run to make it 9-0 in the second. Tigers had scored just 6 runs total in their previous 6 games. So that is a wrap on day number 88 of the Major League Baseball regular season. That was a fun one. A couple of days ago, it was a little odd of Friday night, I think it was, where it's like, what do you make of this day? Sunday, a lot of strong pitching performances and some teams getting to that 500 mark or now playing winning baseball. We haven't had a lot of, there's been a couple of times this year we've had only 10, 11, 12 teams at 500 or above 500 on a particular day. Sugar's Random Thoughts brought to you by the Yellow Rose of Talbot Bed and Breakfast in Easton, Maryland. Considering to stay on the beautiful Maryland Eastern Shore this summer or fall or next winter, consider a stay at the Yellow Rose of Talbot B&B. Tell my sister Tammy, my brother-in-law Kenneth, that I sent you their way. As far as I can tell with my research, Rangers rookie Wyatt Langford, not related to former big league pitcher Rick Langford. Now, Langford, according to his baseball reference page, has 2 nicknames. The Trenton Thunder. He was born in Trenton, Florida. And also Evil Knievel. Wyatt Langford, rookie for the Rangers. Nickname Evil Knievel and Trenton Thunder. All right. I can go with those. Lennox on Baseball Chat. Tuesday. Time still to be determined, but we'll pick that up. We'll put it out there on the X. But Tuesday, I'm looking forward to this one. Conversation with former big league pitcher Jimmy Gobble. I saw Jimmy in the minors when he was in the Carolina League as a teenager. Made it to the big leagues with the Kansas City Royals, his big league debut with Kansas City. Jimmy now coaches at his high school that he went to, John Battle High School, in the western side of the state in Virginia, Bristol, Virginia. Gobble has a terrific team, including his son Porter, who's on the team. He's going to be a senior, class of 2025. They've also got Ethan Hankins, who is a Tennessee commit as well. So I'm going to talk a lot of things with Jimmy Gobble, including coaching a high school baseball game, I believe once at least, maybe multiple times now, against former big league closer Billy Wagner. So again, our latest Lennox on Baseball chat Tuesday. Time will be announced here maybe in the next couple of hours, but looking forward to that. That's going to be available live on X, live on our Lennox on Baseball Facebook page, live on the Lennox on Baseball YouTube channel as well, and then it'll be archived on the Lennox on Baseball YouTube channel as well. Again, that is a recap of day number 88 of the Major League Baseball regular season. As always, we appreciate the support. As always, we will tell you if you are joining us live, you can join the baseball conversation by clicking on the comments tab or leaving us a message as well in the feed that is live on X. And hey, we'll mention you. We'll talk about you. And if you have a question or you want to throw us something out there that we can comment on, feel free. That's a wrap for us on day number 88 of the Major League Baseball season. Yes, former Aberdeen Ironbird intern Brian Hollins sends us away.
Stop talking during the anthem. Go watch Steve Lennox's new podcast because Steve is the man.